In today's video, I'm going to be going over my pros and cons on the brand new Moto G Stylus 2025 edition. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you the pros and cons on this device. I've had this device for a couple days now, and I finally gotten my pros on this device and my cons. So I figured out what I don't like about this device, and I figured out what I liked about this device. Now, obviously, I'm going to have a lot more experience with this phone, and we're going to do a lot more videos on this phone, so definitely stay tuned for that. So some of this may change, but so far, these are the things that I like about this device, and these are the things that I don't like about this device. Alright guys, so starting off with the things I like, because we want to start somewhere good, the display. The display is very, very nice on this device. We, of course, have a 6.7-inch AMOLED Full HD display on here, so a beautiful display, 444 ppi, so a very pixel dense display right here. Very nice overall. The other great thing about this is we have a high refresh rate, so we have a 120 hertz refresh rate on this device, which is beautiful to see. It definitely shows up in the performance of this phone just going through the UI. Really do like that. Also, in direct sunlight, this device is still very, very good. We have a nit peak brightness of 3000 nits, so insane stuff on here. This is a very bright display. And the other thing about this device I didn't think I'd really notice all that much is how slim these bezels are in here. We have some very slim bezels on here, especially compared to other devices in the Motorola lineup like the Moto G Power and last year's Moto G Stylus 2024 edition. We have some very thin bezels on here, so if you guys are wanting to get this device, maybe move from a Samsung device to the Moto G Stylus 2025 edition, the display is great, and the bezels are actually pretty thin on here. My second pro about this device is that we have some very solid internals and some very decent performance so far. I'm going to be doing a full gaming review on this, but you guys, of course, are going to be able to play like PUBG. You guys are going to be able to play Genshin Impact and Call of Duty Mobile and all that type of stuff. So we'll be doing a full review on that later on. But as far as like the internal specs go, we have 8 gigabytes of RAM outside of the box, 256 gigabytes of internal storage on board. So you don't really see that a lot, especially in 2025, especially when you get to devices like Samsung's flagships or even Apple's flagships. I just got the iPhone 16 Plus recently, and their base option is 128 gigabytes of internal storage. You get double that, and this device is $400, not $1,000. So amazing to see that on here. The other great thing about this is we do have the option to expand via micro SD card in here. So amazing to see that. If you guys want to have more storage for photos and videos and stuff like that, you guys have the option. And of course, we have that eSIM option on here as well, so you don't have to use up that space with the physical SIM card anymore. Another really cool pro about this device, I'm sure a lot of people don't care, but at the bottom of the phone right here, we can see something right there called a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. I know some of the younger people may not know what that is, but yeah, that was on most phones back in the day, and they've been pretty much taking this out of every single device. They dissected it out of all of Samsung's flagships and all of the flagship iPhones, and they're even doing it to some of the mid-range devices in the US now. So kind of sucks, but beautiful to see that we have it on here in 2025. So any of you guys that are audiophiles, or you guys may just want to have the option to use your headphone jack, or some of you may just not be ready to go to Bluetooth earbuds or Bluetooth technology yet, we have the option to go ahead and use a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack on here. So beautiful to see that. Definitely a great pro on this device. Next up, we have 68 watt fast charging in this device. Now, the downside is we do not have a fast charger inside the box right here, but you guys can get a pretty inexpensive one on Amazon or eBay, or even at like Walmart or Target or something like that. But 68 watt fast charging, insane stuff right here. Beautiful to see that. Many flagship devices don't have that faster charging, so it's insane to see that on a sub $400 device. Also 15 watt wireless charging on this device as well, so if you guys want to use that wireless Qi charging, that is there for your convenience. Now, the next thing I would like to get into is the solid design and form factor. That's going to be our next pro. The next thing I really like about this device is obviously this leather or mock leather, I guess it's pleather design on the back right here. I feel like universally, the majority of people out there really do like this design, and honestly like it as well. Obviously, the sides and the back aren't made of like the craziest premium materials. It's not going to be metal or anything like that. It's going to be plastic on the sides, but they still managed to make this phone feel very premium and look very, very nice as well. So I really do like the way that this feels in my hand. Obviously, it looks solid, feels great on the back right here, but the great thing is this is a 6.7-inch phone, and you would think that it would feel huge in the hands, but the thing is, the aspect ratio makes this phone so slim that it's actually very comfortable to hold in the hands, especially if you guys are using something like the Stylus on this device. It's definitely going to give you a lot more room to go ahead and do your activities with that Stylus, while also not feeling crazy big, wide, and bulky in your hand like a tablet or something like that. So it's a really nice, enjoyable form factor for sure. The other thing about this, I guess I'll just add this on to the form factor, is that we have an IP68 water and dust resistance on this as well, plus Corning Gorilla Glass 3. So we have some nice added protection, and Motorola did end up paying for that IP68 certification on this device. So if you guys drop this in water and you take it out of the water straight away, you should be good. Really nice that they added the certification for that to this, giving you guys a little bit more confidence. And the last pro I'd like to add to this device has to be that this is the most affordable stylus welding device on the market currently. Now, yes, you can get the Moto G Stylus 2024 edition. You guys are going to get that for a cheaper price, of course, but the most modern and the most up-to-date in terms of specifications and stuff like that, this is going to be the cheapest one on the market. And as you guys know, I told you in the last video in my unboxing, I said the Bluetooth was taken out of the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra as far as like the S Pen goes. So all of the people that were using S Pens, I guess Samsung came out and said that only 1% of the users use the Bluetooth capabilities with that S Pen. So I can tell you for a fact, I had the S22 Ultra for like 2 or 3 years, and I don't think I ever used the Bluetooth capabilities or anything like that, other than just when I unboxed the phone. When I unboxed it, I was like, yeah, I'll play it around, you know, turn down the volume. Oh, that's cool, blah, blah, blah. You forget about it a day later, a week later, a month later. And in general, for me, I don't know if this is everybody, because a lot of people like using styluses. I forgot I had a stylus at the bottom of my phone too. So that's another thing that that I don't really use too much anymore, especially since there's better ways of doing stuff now. But yeah, great pros on this device. We're going to get into the dreaded cons, and there's not too many. There's about 3, but let's go ahead and get into those right now. All right, guys, so the first con about this device, it looks like the promised software updates fell behind. So with this device, we're only going to have 2 years of operating system updates, which isn't terrible. It's not a terrible thing, and 3 security patches as well. So we're going to have 3 security patches, 2 years of operating system updates. Now, the great thing about this device is we're not releasing with Android 14 or anything old like that. We are going to have the newest software, Android 15 operating system on here, and we are going to get 16 and 17 as well. And depending on how long you're going to keep this device, that is going to matter more and more to you. So you may want to upgrade later on when it hits its peak, but I still feel like this device is going to have a good 4 or 5 years out of it if you guys really want to squeeze the life out of a device before you upgrade. So definitely still, in my opinion, a solid update policy, but not what they promised before. Now our second con, and I know I'm grasping at straws, guys, but some people may feel like the fingerprint sensor on this device is weirdly or awkwardly placed. So if you guys are holding your phone, you kind of got to go all the way to the bottom of your phone to go ahead and click on your fingerprint sensor. And I feel like some people are going to feel like that's a little bit annoying. Now, to me, I don't really care. It's a very, very quick and accurate fingerprint sensor. That's all I care about. But there were some people that brought to my attention that the fingerprint sensor is kind of awkwardly placed. It's really like at the bottom of the phone instead of like the center right here where you would be like naturally holding the phone. So I thought I'd just add this in here. I know that's kind of grasping at straws. It's not really the biggest con in the world at all. And last but not least, the camera isn't the greatest in low light situations. And obviously honestly, this is an ongoing theme when it comes to mid-range phones or lower spec phones like budget phones and stuff like that. This is a decent camera overall, and we're going to be doing a full review on that. I don't want to get into it too much yet because I'm going to be dropping the camera review on this device tomorrow. But in low light situations, this isn't the greatest camera in the world, and that's all I'll say for now. But yeah, those were my pros and cons on the brand new Moto G Stylus 2025 edition. If you guys have your own pros and your own cons, I would love for you to make a list in the comment section down below and go ahead and start a conversation, as it would educate me and everyone else around us that would maybe like to buy this device or some other devices as well. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do some more videos on this device later on, guys. I am loving this device. I feel like this is one of the best value for money devices on the market right now, and I'm excited to see what Motorola does in the future, and I'm excited to release some more videos on this device as well. But if you enjoyed, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. This has been Safan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.